So I'm back out looking at this this Atari BreakOut board that has a problem with the oscillator. You can see here it looks like it's 4 times faster than it should be. Surprised the game can run at that. But I've replaced everything in here. I mean, these are all checked out, so I didn't replace them. I just took it all apart and cleaned it up and put it back. But these chips have been replaced. Originally, this was just a regular 7408, I think, and I put LS in there, and that should be fine. This was originally a 74-161 without any technology. It was just a regular plain Jane 74-161. This has an F version in it. This is the fast version. Now, they act differently at high frequencies, so that can be a problem. Now, I did notice the last time I looked at this, but I didn't record it, that if you short 2 pins together, you get the proper frequency. So I'm shorting pins, looks like pins 12 and 13 of F1. And now you can see what happens when I let go of it. It messed up the other stable oscillation. So F1 and the schematics is here. It's this guy. And I'm shorting the outputs. I'm shorting 12 and 13. So one is connected to a signal, and one is an open pin. But when I short those together, it gets the oscillation correctly. Gets it correct. Now, in that picture there, it looks like it's only double, not 4 times. So, thinking about that, I think there's an instability in this oscillator, this part of the circuit here. So I'm going to try adding a resistor to ground on this node here to try to stabilize that. Probably less than 1,000 ohms, maybe 500 ohms, something like that. If I was going to draw that, it's going to look like this. It's going to be just a resistor to that node and then to ground on the other end. So let me do that and see if that doesn't clean up the oscillator. Also, I might have to change out the 7404 chip. This is the original chip. I'm sure it's fine, but if I add that resistor, I may have to change it to an LS. Let me just see what happens. So I put the resistor where I thought it needed to go, and I put resistor everywhere, all over the place in this thing, and I could not get the oscillator to cooperate. But I know if I short those 2 pins together, if I short these 2 pins together, I think it's 12 and 13, on that counter, I get a stable picture. So that's what I did. I just bridged it across. I'll have to burn this in to make sure nothing dies from that, but it's working. So I can live with that. Now it's time to start testing it and see if we got audio and all that. I've got the power turned on to the audio amp. And I'm going to put 2-player mode. Alright, so this is player 1. And the controller's working good. Looks good. Let me see if it'll serve the ball. Yep, there it is. Oh, got audio too. And that scores. Scores. So far, so good. Oh. Alright, player 2. What did I do with the controller? There he is. Alright. Oh, this is on upright mode. I need to put it in cocktail mode so I can test both sides. Let's try. See if I can do that. There we go. Now it's in cocktail mode. The image is inverted and the controller is different now, so it's working. Oh, I wonder if they're... Okay, it's served. I wonder if that picture is a little strange. I think it looks okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. It looks okay. Oh, got this set on. I got this set on 3 balls, so this will be a short game. I think everything's working on this thing. All right, this should be the last ball for player 1. And the fastball is working. Oh! Alright, last one for player 2. And I lost it. Alright, and so when it went into game over mode, final score was 36-11. And I do believe this board is 100%. I didn't see any problems. So I'm going to say this is done. The oscillator had a weird problem. I did order parts for this, but they haven't come in yet. Coming from China, everything's slowed down because of the tariffs, I guess. But I'm satisfied with this solution as long as it doesn't burn out, because I've got 2 inputs shorted. So I will put a burn-in period on this to see what happens. But I also want to move on to the next board too. So let me conclude this video. I don't know what to conclude about what the actual problem is. I don't know why shorting those 2 pins together makes a difference. The only thing I can figure is the oscillator is not clean and it's doing a double pulse or something. And by shorting those pins, it's shortening the count sequence to generate the main clock. All right, well, that's it for this one. I'm going to move on to the next Atari BreakOut board. And then after I get them all running, then I'll start installing the skill level adjustment modifications. So I wanted to show what I did here. All I did was bridge those 2 pins together with a solder blob, and that got the frequency of the oscillator where I needed it to be for a good picture. That right there is because this connection for the sync is loose. So my next project's going to be, or my next one's going to be this one. Hold on, so I lift it up here. It's going to be this one. It's dirty, so first thing I'm going to do is go give it a bath. It's got a lot of dust and stuff, and also this wire here. Well, actually, I'll probably fix this wire first. This is an older version, apparently, because there's a lot of wires here that were added, and that's obviously factory done. This was a newer one, even though it's in better shape. I had to add jumpers, like I'm sure this was, well, this might have been, this one looks factory to me, but it's not on that board. I don't see the wire there. So this looks factory. Maybe I did it years ago, I don't know. But there's a bunch of jumpers on the back because it's, you know, it's got all that damage. I added jumpers there, and it looks like I added jumpers there. But this is a newer board. It didn't need the factory, it didn't need that long factory one there that was cut, and I just patched it, it looks like, to work on it. So, yeah, so I'll be cleaning this one up and be working on it next. Thanks for watching.